Hey guys, so today we're going to chat a little bit about what's causing your hair to be frizzy or your locks to be frizzy. I know a lot of us experience frizz, and I want you to know that there is hope. There is a solution for frizz on your locks, and it does not involve trimming it or cutting it off. That is a huge no-no. So if you're curious about how to control the frizz in your locks or what may be causing the frizz in your locks, this is definitely the video for that. So really quickly, there are just 5 points that I want to share with you in regards to what may be causing the frizziness in your locks. Point number 1 is the type of products that you're choosing. When you have locks, it's very important that you are using products that are specifically designed and formulated for locks, such that they will not cause your hair to loosen up and unravel or detangle, whatever word you want to choose. A lot of products designed for loose natural hair are actually meant to help the hair detangle and loosen up and soften, and that is essentially detrimental to your locks and combating frizz, because if you have loose hair from your locks, what does that cause? Frizz. So definitely make sure that you're using the correct products on your hair. Another reason that your hair may be frizzy is because of your lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, everyone experiences frizz with their locks. It's inevitable, but there are certain ways that you can kind of minimize the amount of frizz that you may experience in your lifestyle, and that starts with the foundation of your locks. But if you've already started your locks and someone just threw them in with some coils, which is oftentimes what a lot of people do, those coils, especially if you have longer lengths of hair, they tend to frizz more often. When you have long lengths of hair, you want to opt for something like interlocking or two-strand twist, ideally, maybe even braids. But if you're already here now, you already got your locks forming, some things that you can do in your lifestyle to help control the frizz include wearing a scarf, a satin scarf, all the time. I'm talking when you're cleaning up the kitchen, when you're sleeping, when you're exercising. Having something that's going to kind of keep the hair contained definitely helps with controlling frizz. Another reason why locks tend to frizz is because your hair actually has a higher porosity level than normal. And this can happen maybe because you may have colored your hair, or you are somebody that used to use a lot of heat on your hair, or maybe you're just not using products that are moisturizing to your hair. So your hair lacks moisture, typically high porosity, and you are bound to have frizz, because when your hair is dry, it frizzes. So you want to make sure that you're using products that are emollient. That means that they help to retain moisture, and that you are possibly doing a protein treatment to minimize the porosity level in your hair. I do want to insert a little caveat about protein treatments. You want to make sure that you're using a liquid-based protein. Do not go get some of that creamy protein stuff and slap it into your locks. That's build up, and that's a whole nother video, whole nother conversation. So make sure that you check your porosity level. If you need help with that, I will leave a link below in the description box to how to test the porosity with your locks. The fourth reason that your hair is more frizzy than normal is the technique that you're using to maintain your hair. It's pretty common for people to maintain their hair and only do the roots, but when you are starting your locks out or cultivating the locks, because that's what you're doing in the beginning, it's important, it's so important that you cultivate the entire lock, not just the roots, so that you minimize the amount of frizz that you have. If you've been following my journey, or if you've seen my last set of traditional locks, once they matured, I didn't have any frizz. Well, the frizz was very minimal, especially on the length of my locks. And that's because as I was cultivating them, I was maintaining the entire length of the lock. It's so important. If your locks are already mature, the best solution for controlling that frizz now, because the locks have already formed internally, is to use a crochet hook. to pull some of that frizz in. But if you're still cultivating, if you're still in the early stages, go ahead and start maintaining the entire length of your lock properly, and you won't have any frizz once they mature. And lastly, point number 5, about the amount of frizz that you may be experiencing could potentially come from your hair texture. You may be in the same boats or hair texture family as me, which is the soft, curly baby hair, almost never gonna lock texture. I'm here to tell you that it will lock, definitely, but a lot of frizz comes along with that because your curl pattern is so deep and wavy, or it could be shallow and like not want to go inside your locks. So with that being said, that's another reason why you want to make sure that you're maintaining your locks properly, using the appropriate products, making sure you're keeping your locks moisturized and or doing protein treatments, and protecting your hair with a scarf at all times so that you will minimize the amount of frizz that you may be experiencing. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any more questions about frizz, definitely leave those in the comments. And if you have any solutions that you use for controlling frizz, leave those in the comments as well so that we can figure out how to control all this frizz, right? I'll also leave a link to a blog post for ways that you can combat frizz. So that definitely has a lot more solutions that I mentioned in this video. And hopefully that'll give you some more insight into controlling the frizz. But at least now you understand what causes frizz and you're better equipped to deal with it along your lock journey. So thanks again, guys. I hope you thumbs up this video, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.